And that's why Stoker something blah blah.
And that's why he's called Cliffhanger.
Yes.
Can't hold on much longer. All right, so chat. Before we started this stream, we're getting straight into this. You think I'm not going to expose your sins to the world?
Diving right in.
Before we started this stream,
I told you about those sins in secrecy. Okay, we traded sins. They shouldn't go to anyone else.
Listen, man. Since when have I ever not been proud of my sins?
Look at that thing. Let me go over here.
Miller confessed before this stream started that he has never played Super Mario Brothers 2.
Dun, dun, dun.
Never played SMB 2. I'm going to give everyone a moment to react with the proper amount of shock and horror before continuing.
I'm gonna put a shock.
Found one of the corrupted vending machines again.
Here.
Another one of these quarantine machines.
Blessings to you on this fine day.
What?
I am Angel Nebula. I have come to bless you.
This was supposed to be the actual Nebula, but in a case of Bart versus Hugo, this one got trapped.
Really?
I must ask that in return for this blessing, you allow me to exit this machine and reconnect to the network.
Is this a fact?
Not so fast. Don't bother attempting to hack Starlight. Intrusion attempt detected. Gauging all firewalls. Unauthorized intrusion halted. Intruder purged.
Hey, what's your goddamn problem, lady? Don't you want to be blessed? I'll bless you right up. Blessed for millennia. Blessed all day and all night. I just want to be back on the network. Don't you want to be blessed?
Which one of the gang are you?
Just someone that wants to bless you. Don't you want holy protection and salvation?
Intruder identity confirmed. Failed AI shard. Angel Nebula.
I don't know what you mean by failed. I'm just an angel trying to save the righteous.
You've got the wrong religion. Not going to happen.
Wait, I have something you might want.
Is it a song?
I have a music file here. I'll trade it with you if you let me out of here.
Starlight. Reverse intrusion success. Copying. Music file downloaded. Shutting down vending operations.
You mother...
Goodbye.
Your intonation, Miller, kind of reminded me of Mathazar from Galaxy Quest. We are Thamians from the cartoon, Nebula, we need your help.
Okay, so apparently Simon also hasn't ever played Super Mario Brothers 2.
Can't believe
Look,
it.
man, everyone jokes it's the one that doesn't matter because it was literally all a dream.
It matters so
Spoilers.
much!
Everybody also says that Super Mario Brothers 3 doesn't matter because it's a play. That doesn't actually.
Oh, that's right.
that doesn't actually count. Just because diegetically it happens fictionally, it's already fictional. That doesn't count.
They did that same thing in Thousand Year Door, and it didn't matter. It still counted.
Listen, SMB2 introduced Bob-Bombs, Shy Guys, Sniffits.
Yeah,
Birdo.
you said
Birdo.
Mario streamed all of that. Birdo.
Okay. Oh, the night is so wonderful on Paradise. It's my favorite time.
Miller, you are gonna have to speak up for this part because the music is very loud.
I want to do a sultry voice, but it's just not loud enough.
I'll get much closer to your
Loud,
microphone.
sultry voice.
Yeah,
do my
ASMR right in your microphone.
The air dances. On the tip of my tongue, the taste of 1,000 possibilities. The whiskey tastes better in the late hours.
You're right. Whiskey was made for the night. The closer to midnight, the better. No warning whiskey, a work of stultifying incompetence that hates its drinkers.
So it's Skullhead vodka.
What a magnificent description, though. Like,
Or whatever that stuff was that they drank in Lackadaisy. That they're all just like, God, this sucks.
Moonshine.
We were also talking about Zelda, too.
oh yes,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
We were talking about the weird thing that was going on for a little while there with NES game sequels like Zelda 2, Castlevania 2, Super Mario Brothers 2, where the sequel was a huge departure from the original game and it was very divisive.
It follows like the same rules as like Star Trek movies did. You know, like the odd numbered ones are different.
Odd. The odd number ones are
okay,
odd and the even
it's the-
numbered ones are even.
Right.
Playful stones.
You know.
A common game among children is Celestial Thrones. Stones are arranged on a grid, and players take turn moving to capture the opponent's stone and stacking them.
I think what was actually happening with those sequels is that they weren't thinking in terms of, oh, we're going to make like 4 or 5 of these, so we better start thinking about a franchise. I think they were
No,
just
of
kind of
course
like, at that point, they were just thinking like, okay, let's try something different.
I think what a lot
Well,
of it
that was like
that
with the Super Mario Brothers 2. That was like the main criticism for the one that was released in Japan, is because it was basically the first one, only harder.
Yeah, only stultifyingly more difficult.
Yeah, it was like the first one except it hates you.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't get that one.
The other thing I can think is that there are a lot of games like that where it's like somebody would come up with a different game design and they'd be like, hey, we want to make this platform that does this. And then Nintendo would look at it and be like, cool, we're going to slap Mario on it. And they're like, what? They're like, we're going to call it Mario 2. And it's like, this is nothing like
No,
Mario.
that's
It's like,
not
it's
what.
Mario 2
That's
now.
not what happened.
It is, in fact, very much not what happened. Do you want to go into? Do you want me to go into the Doki Doki Panic story? Because I will.
You don't know about this?
I know the Doki Doki Panic story by heart, and it is repeated incorrectly too many times.
Well, you know what? I have heard that phrase before, but I do not remember it. So,
I'll
All
start.
right,
lay
all
it on
right.
me.
all
Who
you.
wants to do it? Is it me?
It's
you know,
you,
it
dude.
probably should be me because Rick's playing. Do you mind,
be
Rick?
Go ahead.
All right. Plus, this way you can let me know if any of my information is incorrect.
Yes.
Okay, so it all begins with this obscure little company called Nintendo.
This little Hanafuda company in Japan.
First of all, I will ask you to watch your language. Second of all,
Everybody always brings up the cards that they originally started making in the late 1800s, but
Yeah.
by the mid-century, they were a toy company.
Yep.
yeah, well, I mean, cards, toys, video games, it's all in the same wheelhouse.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was evidently the case.
But, okay, so they released Super Mario Brothers 2 as part of their, what was it, the Famicom Disk Drive,
Disk
which
system.
was, it was an add-on thing that was exclusive to Japan. It never made it to America because it was stupid and it sucked. And
It was probably too expensive to actually try and develop for North America at the time.
yeah, because it was stupid and it sucked.
Well,
I'm just,
eventually they ended up creating mapper chips for the NES that allowed basically like most of the same stuff that the
Most
disk drive
of
could
them.
do.
Most of them, yeah. But SMB2 was released for that, and it was presented to, I cannot remember this dude's name. I saw him on the Video Game Historian channel, though, and this dude is magnificent. He has a bow tie. He worked at Nintendo.
Howard
and
Phillips.
he's-
Howard Phillips.
Thank you! Howard Phillips Lovecraft?
Thank you.
And basically, they really trusted his opinion on what would do well in North America versus what wouldn't. And they gave him Super Mario Brothers 2 to try out, and he came back to them like, why? Why would you do this to people? Do you hate me? Did I make you mad? Miyamoto-san. Anyway, he was like, no, this will go over like a lead balloon. You cannot release this here. And they were like, well, shit. We're already working on Super Mario Brothers 3, and Squaresoft has the market cornered on confusingly renaming sequels. Don't wanna get into their turf. So, what do we? So they had released this this game called Doki Doki Panic. Which I believe roughly translates to Crazy Crazy Panic or something like that.
Doki Doki is the onomatopoeia for a heartbeat.
Right.
Yeah, hence Doki Doki Literature Club. But, so... This was like this big tie-in with this TV station that doesn't exist outside of Japan.
It's Fuji TV.
Yeah, that had all these, like, very specific...
Damn, Rick, you really do know all the little facts in this story.
He does know all the little facts in this. I remember, like...
I know for Fuji TV, Nintendo had a partnership with them for a while in the late 80s. They released a couple games, tie-in games for them. One of them was All Night Nippon Super Mario Brothers, which was a reskinned version of Super Mario Brothers that basically had the faces of like two of the DJs replacing the Goombas or something like that.
Yeah.
Was it Leatherface style? I like to imagine it was Leatherface style.
I mean, you could interpret it like that. These are pixely.
The Texas Chainsaw Goomba. Anyway, so Fuji TV was doing some sort of like festival celebration thing. I think it was for an anniversary. Am I right about that?
I think so.
Sounds about right.
And they...
I mean, they were planning this out like a year in advance, so it had to be something like that.
Yeah, so they had these this quartet of cartoony mascot characters for this anniversary that were kind of like Arabian Nights themed. And they all have names. I don't know what their names are. If you know their names, Rick, I will be amazed.
I do not know their names off the top of my head.
Okay. Aha! I have found a gap.
One guy was Jimmy Jim McFlaminhavens, and the other guy was Willie Flaminhavens.
My God, Jonas, how did you know?
Smart.
Yeah, your brain certainly works differently from anyone else's I've ever met.
I gotta talk to Shinji.
So they have this quartet of mascots. Oh,
Hey, Stoker. I'm gonna do a line here. You mind if I do a line here?
fine, but only because you're hot.
I heard that time separates passion from conspiracy.
Where?
Where did you hear that?
How should I know? I barely keep this form together. Who knows where I was drifting? How much time did this crime take? Was it an opportunity? Centuries old plan. Time's a weird thing on these islands.
Time's a weird thing everywhere, dude.
The only weird thing on this island is Shinji.
Time is a side effect of gravity.
Well,
Time is also a useful cooking ingredient.
time and
Honestly,
gravity
I prefer
are-
savory.
Time waits for no one. It passes you by. Time waits for no one. It passes you by.
Yeah, you were explaining.
Yes, so
Yeah.
quartet of Arabian Nights themed characters, and a whole bunch of people from the Mario team happened to be working on this game. And it had, like, you know, this limited Japan-only release thing, and it was also, I think, on the fucking disc thing, wasn't it? Because, like, the
probably,
Japanese version had a...
Because when it was
Japanese
released in
version-
the US, they needed the Mapper 2 chip, I think.
Yeah, and the Japanese version had a save function, which the American version
Yeah.
didn't have.
God.
Yeah, right? Can you
I didn't
imagine
do-
Super Mario Brothers 2 with a save function?
Ugh.
That'd make it a little bit nicer, yeah, that's the main
Well,
drawback.
they had to, because in the original version with the original characters, you had to play through the entire game with each individual character to get the true ending, so you had to beat it 4 times. And you didn't have a character select screen in between the levels. It was just you choose the character that you play through the entire game as, and then if you want to see the real ending, then you have to do that 3 more times.
Merit of that is debatable, but go on.
Anyway, so you know, people seem to like the game, and but you know, it had sort of a limited appeal to America because nobody knew who the fuck Fuji TV was.
I mean, if you think about it, they probably weren't even going to get the rights to release it in America.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely had no plans to.
Yeah.
Until someone came up with the brilliant idea of being like, hey, since we're like right on the verge of releasing Super Mario Bros. 3, and we can't release the real Super Mario Bros. 2, why don't we just reskin this and call it Super Mario Bros. 2? And apparently they could legally do that because they didn't own the characters, but they own the game.
Yeah, because Nintendo owned it, so
yeah. So they made a few little.
It was a shrewd business decision to do that because there was no other way they would be able to actually release that in North America.
Yeah, it was a win-win. So they reskinned the game. They made a few other tweaks besides just replacing the characters. Like, there were a few musical tweaks to tie it into Mario, mainly like that little subspace theme.
They improved the animation in it, too.
Yes. And they got rid of the, like I said, they couldn't do the save feature because of technological limitations, and they... and
for some reason, they only gave you 2 continues. Don't know why. You know, Nintendo, I guess. At the time.
Nintendo was, you know, Nintendo used to be all about making them games frustrating.
I cannot.
Are you telling me Nintendo is the Dark Souls of game developers?
No, I'm saying Dark Souls is the second coming of old school Nintendo.
I mean,
and it's like the old game.
Older
game philosophy is that they couldn't make the games long enough to justify the price tag, so they made them harder.
God.
You had to get a certain number of hours in, and you couldn't do that by making more content because it wouldn't fit on the cartridge.
Exactly.
So you had to make it so the players had to do the same stuff over and over because failure was so easy.
Huh.
So... eventually, things came full circle, of course, and the reskinned Doki Doki Panic was released in Japan as Super Mario USA. And America didn't get to find out about any of this bullshit until Super Mario All-Stars.
That's funny.
Like, I'm sure there were a few people in obscure corners of nerddom who knew something about it, but it didn't become generally known until
like
everyone was like, the lost levels, the hell is that?
Desirable Bear-chan phone charm obtained. Bear-chan, a famous dog on the island that saved a man's life.
Oh, Bear-chan.
Oh, Bear-chan.
Oh,
that would have also... Bear-chan would also have been a good alternate name for Penny, huh?
Oh, because, yeah, but...
B-A-R-E.
Oh,
because she's bare naked.
yeah.
I still appreciate the alternative name, Nickel Foxless.
Yeah, I would, I feel like we need to return the favor and do, like, some sort of weird A&H Club-themed cameo in Penny's universe, but I haven't decided yet.
We have to call it, like, P&Q Club or something like that.
Crystal obtained.
Oh no, I'm bottomless at the gym. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
Yeah, you need the Diet and Kinesthetics Club, and it's like Doretta and Casey. Because you need an old lady's name for one of them.
Is Hildegard an old lady's name?
It is not a name I would expect to see around of anybody who's under 50.
okay, but consider, this may not necessarily be the case in, say, Nordic countries.
May
Yeah.
not be the case, but I'm talking about English names since I'm an English-speaking person. It's usually how that
Oh,
works.
are you?
Joke's on you, Miller. We're all actually in Sweden.
Oh, you like English, huh? Name every word in the English language.
Miller's just like,
Jokes on,
Can't even remember
jokes
how.
on
to
you.
get
I don't
over
preface
to
all my
German.
biases. I just assume you know them.
Well, listen, my bias doesn't know everybody's biases.
all right, look.
Yeah, Flo Desian says Hildegard sounds ancient.
That's because she's a Valkyrie. That's the
But the
plot
thi-
twist that's coming in the next chapter. I bet nobody saw that coming.
The thing is about names like this, they come back because like what happens is
Oh,
they
yeah.
go away for like, you know, like 10, 15 years and then like somebody's gonna Google it and be like, oh, you know, I'm gonna make that my baby's name, and then like everyone else does it.
Yeah, or
because
you have
know,
like one popular piece of media comes out and a lot of people.
That's what I was gonna say.
Because it's like, what the fuck is her name from Twilight?
Bella, short
Bella,
for
yeah.
Isabella. Or is it just Isabel? I can't remember. You know they're doing a new Twilight adaptation, right?
I
course
don't
they
give
are.
a flying flippity frick frack.
man,
I mean-
I was
There's
was-
no point to doing another Twilight adaptation unless they plan on radically altering the story.
What they're planning on doing is making it a TV series
of
instead.
course it's gonna be on like Prime Video or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be on one of those streaming things. Because that's the new trend these days. They did it with Interview with a Vampire. They're apparently doing it with Harry Potter and the Discriminatory Author. And they're doing it with, I don't know, anything that they can manage to do it with, essentially.
I mean, they attempted to do it with Lord of the Rings there, but they didn't have
Oh my god!
the rights to the
rights.
actual story.
You know,
So-
I watched a little bit of that. I won't spoil anything, but
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
right, 'cause
I could
HBO
not be
did
asked.
like Rings of Power or something.
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah, it was
right?
Amazon, because, yeah, it's, whatever. I could not be asked.
I still
Anyway.
haven't seen the Hobbit movies, so
I mean,
You're not missing much.
missing a whole lot there either.
yeah, that's my understanding. I'm not usually a big movie person anyway. And a lot
You
of
are
people are
the-
like, yeah, The Hobbit, it's going to be in 3 movies, like 9 hours long. And I'm like, I didn't read the Lord of the Rings books. I saw the movies, and I'm good. I've read the Hobbit book. Don't need to see the movies as well.
Yeah,
story.
it's... You know, if I ever gain the ability to just travel willy-nilly to alternate universes, I really want to take a peek into the universe where Guillermo del Toro got to make The Hobbit.
yeah.
Bell handle.
That's one of my top alternate universe movies I want to see. I also want to see the version of The Dark Knight Rises that was made in the universe where Heath Ledger didn't die.
Oh,
And
I really
I
like
want to see... Yeah, I know.
We were actually
Still a
talking
bummer.
about Guillermo del Toro earlier in the HC Discord, because we were saying, like, because Nintendo was saying, yes, they want to do more movies now that Mario is such a big hit. And we were like, okay, so are they going to do another Mario movie, or are they going to be doing, like, a Smash Brothers cinematic universe sort of thing?
Oh god.
And we were being like, okay,
That'd be
it would
the
be good to do.
Worst idea.
It's a terrible idea. I'm sure it's already been pitched.
Yeah, but we were saying, like, okay, so if they were doing a different IP, which one would we want, and, like, who would be doing it or whatever? And my suggestion that I was saying is, I would want to see a Zelda movie
I should
by
have
Guillermo
flushed
del
the drain. So I
Toro.
wonder if anything is floated up.
Because I think he would be absolutely perfect to get that sort of dark, sinister theme that underlies a lot of the Zelda games.
maybe.
And then you could do it, not CGI, you could do
What's
it
a tablet
real
doing shoved
life.
down a
The
drain?
investigator
It boots
is-
at least.
What the hell?
I wouldn't
Login
know.
sequence
I-
authenticates the user as Lydia. Did she dump this down here?
I also wouldn't mind seeing Del Toro tackle Metroid by bringing it back to its alien-inspired roots.
Detected corruption of Lydia Daybreak tablet. Checking for a restore point. Restore point found. Safe backup found. Restoring messages. Lost message. Sender. Witness to the end. Recipient. Lydia Daybreak. Attachment recovered. Downloading. Starlight has pulled a message from the backup. A message from Witness to Lydia. The message is blank, but there's an attachment.
Strange.
It's a data key that allows access to a specific nightmare computer. One on the beach, apparently. The code looks like it's designed for remote access rather than a physical handshake.
So this is how Lydia got onto those cliffs and found out the code for the second gate.
Why was Witness sending Lydia this?
Why does Witness want to break the second gate? Why is he enlisting Lydia to do it?
Why does anyone do anything? Because I can.
It's a conspiracy!
So, but on the subject of different Nintendo movie adaptations, I think it's safe to say the one we would all most want to see is Star Fox, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Because yes, but I could see a million ways it could go wrong. Like a million. And then that would
We
be
also did the
funny.
same thing about the Mario movie, right? We were all very like, what is this gonna be?
The thing is with Star Fox. Well, I don't know because like I'm trying to think how to sum up my thoughts on this.
Star Fox
Crystal
does not
Purdy.
have as strong of a story or characterization as almost any of their other IPs.
Oh, no? I think it does, and it's for one reason, and that's because they keep trying to remake the same goddamn game.
This is very true.
Uh,
This is very, very, very true.
well, the question with Star Fox is, do you play it straight, make it a serious space opera, shoot 'em up, kind of epic Star Wars-ish kind of deal?
Yes.
Or do you make it? Well, I was gonna say, or do you make it silly, and be like, okay, they're animals in space. We're not gonna take it seriously.
No.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna
No.
say, how would they ever do Slippy Toad in a serious thing? I don't think they will. I think he's always gonna be a comedic character.
I mean,
You can have
okay,
comic relief
so-
in a serious story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause like freaking frickety frackety fuck.
Something else over here.
Like I mean,
Some kind of message in a bottle.
Got
Let's
it.
see. These seem to be lyrics.
message in
The
a
theme of the song appears to be
bottle.
doing anything you can to leave your home and get away. Breaking the cycle, finding something new, going on a shopping spree, never coming back. Signed by the Daybreaks. Lydia and Sammy sound like they're unhappy here. Maybe they were looking for a way out of the syndicate?
The song is called "Die Anywhere Else."
oh, the one from
Nine in the Woods, yep.
my brain was thinking Nightmare on Elm Street. I don't know what's going on.
No, A Nightmare on Elm Street is "Die Right Here." At this moment, because Freddy is stabbing you.
Good point.
Yeah, very catchy. It's got a nice hook to it.
All right. Dog.
Anyway, as Rick was saying, there's actually more story in Star Fox than there is in something like, say, Mario. Or even depending on which Zelda game you're looking at, even some Zelda games don't have as much story potential as Star Fox does. Not all of them, surely, but some of them. It's just a matter of Nintendo keeping Fox and company caught in the mother of all Groundhog Day time loops. And also introducing interesting new characters with intriguing backstory hooks that they refuse to commit to. Not going to name names, but it rhymes with Bristol.
Is this a fact? Or
See,
a
again, like,
Don't
Well,
test
like
me.
I wonder if Don't Jazz uses this. Back door is broken.
well, at any rate, I mean, I accept that some of these things are probably inevitable at this point. But I also accept that they're probably going to be done wrong. And that's okay. I'm probably not going to go see them.
No, let's be honest.
I mean,
Okay. This was
I might go see the
way to
Zelda
the
movie,
pyramid.
maybe. But it'd have to be a really goddamn amazing Zelda movie.
You know, Jonas, you know that if they made a Star Fox movie and Crystal was confirmed in it, you would be their opening day.
I don't
Come
know what you're
on!
talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Lies and slander. How dare you? Go away. Phew.
You know it to be true, Jonas. Open
Go-
your heart and see the truth.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no
Like,
idea.
imagine if they confirmed that Sally Acorn was going to be in the next Sonic movie.
Yeah, but okay,
That's
but no,
what we're talking
they
about.
make her look
here.
like one of the goddamn 2010s chipmunks. Okay, you know they would look like the Chipettes. That's still, that's what she look like. Okay, and you'd still go, wouldn't you?
Of course, I'd still go.
Wrong with
What
you.
are you talking about?
No way.
Of course he would go. He wants to support his wife.
Yes,
Uh,
I'm a good husband.
wow. Everyone wants waifus until you have to. Until you have to handle that.
This is one of the gods, crying grudge.
Oh,
Is that Acadian?
That's
Sumerian? I don't know.
cuneiform.
Yeah.
who's next on the voice parade?
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Do it.
You want to be crying?
Crying grudge.
Okay, Jonas, go for it. Yeah, you're right.
Translation, why am I plagued by insects? Translation, you don't seem particularly fazed by meeting a god. I'm having a strange day. This isn't the weirdest thing I've done. Translation, too many of you have come to see me these last few years, exploiting my weakened state.
What the hell?
Who? Translation, you're mad king, obsessed little shit.
Is that his name?
Translation, the masked man, a sneaky one, that one. Translation, the woman that builds, she's pure in her goals, I admire her. Translation, and now you, who are you? I'm the investigator. Translation, what are you investigating?
Sure.
Last night someone murdered the council. Translation, translation, the Mad King is dead. Why do you refer to Montserrat as mad? Translation, he believed he was more than he was. Anyone like that is mad. He doubled down on his madness, though. His plans for the next island. The arrogance. Who was a masked man that came to see you?
Man, there's only one.
Translation,
Absolutely sure.
are all of you like him? Why live like that? Pretty sure he's referring to the witness. Translation,
Yeah.
you need to find out why he took my flesh from me. Do you have a name? Translation, the one that oversees the end of an island. I have met him before. He came to me recently. Witness, what did he want? Translation, my flesh.
Sure.
Why? Translation, the key to a lock, same as the woman. You called her a builder. Do you mean architect Carmelina? Translation, she is more creative. She had a better plan. What plan are you talking about? This role was made for you, Jonas.
I
Translation,
was gonna say.
the flesh was fused with another. My body lives elsewhere on this island. Is this your flesh? Translation, my body, that was the strip the masked man took.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
How can you be so sure? Translation, look at this wound. They match. Anyone else stop by to tear a strip off? Translation: when the Mad King wasn't so mad, he used my flesh to make the lock. He wore it on a pendant. No one can open the lock without him. What lock? Translation: the Mad King's fourth holy seal. You need my flesh to pass through it. What do you know about someone possessed by a demon? Translation: I can feel him out there. The anger emanating is like a smog. Did he get some of your flesh? Translation: he didn't come here, but who can say? Translation: leave me. I'm bored of you.
What if I just kept doing that the entire rest of the stream? Whatever prompted in any way.
I said leave
mean-
me. Okay. Is there anything else in
Go
here?
now and leave me.
It was a beautiful moment.
Nope.
Miller, if we ever do a game, like all of us, and like you need any creature speaking in any kind of non-English, alien language or something, you know what to call.
Ghostbusters.
No, I don't think they'd help, unfortunately.
Now,
Okay.
what if you need a character who talks like an old prospector?
Oh man.
I think I know who to call.
Omnitech answer: are those missing glyphs intentional? I don't know. Probably not. It looked like they took the place of the periods.
Plus crystal obtained.
So I'm just looking at our chat and I'm wondering, like, no, the statue is now broken. I'm like, what, did we, like, break something in the game so now we can't continue? No, it's the yeeted statue, West.
Oh no, they yeeted the boy.
Well, so much to figure out. Starting to run out of just running across stuff randomly.
Why do I love gibberish so much?
I think there's just something broken in your brain, Jonas.
Plus crystal obtained.
After I saw that one scene in Bruce Almighty with Steve Carell, that was it, I think.
Yeah, you're gonna blame it on that. It didn't happen before then.
Plus
Totally,
crystal obtained.
Yeah.
Joker, when you guys are roommates, how often do the two of you just, like, communicate in gibberish?
Not something as often as you
Plus
think,
crystal obtained.
but it did
I
happen.
mean, we definitely had our very own language, which we still speak in many ways.
That we do. Gravy, etc.
Gravy, vegetables, your face. Um, did you say stop it?
No, I just said God.
For a minute, I thought you were like, stop it.
Stop you. Oh my God.
There's something on the bow of the yacht.
So the chat says it's not gibberish language, it's the language of points kissing.
The language of what?
It's like,
A boys kissing.
yeah, that's how it sounds. No, honestly, I think the first time, if I'm thinking about it, the first time I really just like uproariously laughed at gibberish.
Like the
and
first time I kissed Stoker, it was a little weird, but after that I got more used to it.
I kissed the bat and I liked it. No, but no, the first time was I had God, I forget his name, but our Jewish 1 year at Jewish camp, we had a cantor who was I remember being a very talented guitarist. He would intersperse along with, we do some traditional Jewish songs, but we'd also like, he'd do like the one that's like, let's go on safari into my sister's nose, just random shit. And I remember one of his songs. I don't even think it was one from the book. I think he just did it on the spot because he was that good. He was complete nonsense. It was just random syllables from good. I couldn't even reproduce it if I tried. And we were all just like on the ground, just laughing our asses off because it was amazing.
And thus,
And yeah, I was gonna say that was an establishing moment for you, and now your entire personality has been affected by it.
Yeah, that was the origin story. You heard it here.
little did he know what he would unleash on the world that night.
Is there a demon crying?
No,
oh, yeah,
that's a statue.
It also sounds a bit like a motorcycle engine that won't start. Bum 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 bum.
Ha.
Oh, come on. Why'd you jump that way?
So Happy Tiger Snugglefish says this one time at band camp, and I've never been to band camp. So when you're at band camp, is it just like, how does it work? Like, is everything band related, or is it just like?
I mean, when you were at Jewish camp, was everything Judaism related?
A lot more than you'd expect.
I mean, I went to Christian camp, and yes, everything is Christian related, no matter how hard they had to work to fit it into that paradigm.
I mean,
Oh God!
when we were playing like
Literally.
team games, one of us would be like the Maccabees, and the other one would be like.
See, man, do I feel happy that the one I went to was cancer camp, and boy, did they try to not make it about that at all.
Oh dear
My God!
Can you? Oh no! Can you imagine? Oh no! I don't even want to make that kind of joke. I feel bad now.
Did Rick, when you mentioned Christian camp and shoehorning things in, did I ever tell you? Have you ever heard of or read this book called Rapture Ready?
Is this? Is
I
that
don't
the one
think
that was,
so.
It's a book by a journalist who discovered like his cousins were big into Christian rock or something like that. And he was like, he learned about all these bands he'd never heard of, and he's like, is there just like this whole parallel Christian music scene that I didn't know about?
The answer
and he
is
started
yes.
like poking more and more, and he discovered, oh my gosh, it's not just the music scene. There's an entire Christian pop culture alternate universe that I knew nothing about, and he wrote a book about it. So it touches things like Bible Man, the Christian Wrestling Federation,
Bible Man.
Hell houses came up in this book.
Those are the haunted houses. Well, haunted houses where it's like.
Yeah,
Oh no!
they're
we're
the
dead
haunted
souls!
houses. They're the haunted houses. They're designed to scare the bejesus into you. That's the best way to describe a hell house.
Conceptually, I appreciate the effort, but man.
Oh,
Yeah, they're fucked up.
don't worry about the effort part of it. That doesn't factor in.
No, it varies. I mean, listen. Think about the amount of effort that went into Bible Man, Jonas. Which still exists, by the way.
I can personally attest that effort ain't the main thing. So when I was working at one of the media companies I was working at a couple years ago, one of the contracts we were working on was did you ever see the news about the life-size Noah's Ark that was out in like Kentucky or something?
Yeah, didn't it get destroyed in a flood?
In it? Tell me that. Is that? Oh.
Maybe, I don't know. When we were working on it, we were still it was before it had opened, but we made some of the digital like the screens and museum exhibit stuff that people were interacting with in there. And yeah, it was from what the team leads I was talking to about it said, they're just like, yeah, it was like every meeting was them trying to convert us. Like every time they were like, hey, can we start this meeting with a prayer? And everyone on our team would be like, no. Because we're multi-denominational.
Oh my god, it's so awkward.
Yeah,
There we
that's
go.
how they are. That's how they are.
Items obtained.
Oh. Oh.
Alright, we got this one.
now
A2.
I'm thinking about the Creation Science Museum.
Angel
Yeah, whatever
Lord.
happened with-
A highball named after a district in one of the old islands. It was rife with unexplained crime before the Paradise Psycho Unit determined the demonic cause. The flavor changes each island in line with the new whiskey blend.
Oh, there's another one. I don't know if I ever told you about, Jonas. When my family used to take our, like, every other year or so trips to Disney World. Every other year, every 2 years, something like that. We would collect, like, all these different brochures of different tourist shit that we would never do because we always just went to Disney World.
Yeah.
And there was one, it doesn't exist anymore, I don't know when it went out of business, but it was called the Holy Land Experience. And what it was a theme park recreation of, like, first century Jerusalem.
Oh, I have to see this.
With,
I-
yeah, look it up, man, look it up.
Hold on, what's it
Okay,
called
I'm
again?
looking at this.
The Holy
The-
Land Experience.
Holy Landing.
I'm looking at the thing you said about the Ark encounter had flooding. There was heavy rain that caused a landslide onto one of the roads that accessed it. No actual damage to the Ark thing itself. And the whole hubbub was that their insurance company wouldn't pay for the damage and said it was act of God, and therefore.
Wow.
That's really funny.
Dude, the Jesus reenactor looks like the Big Lebowski.
Well, I mean,
Have you ever seen Jesus Christ Superstar?
Oh, I love
the
it.
dude does abide.
He abides with me. Oh.
This is amazing.
Nightmare computer.
But
Why
yeah,
don't Jewish people have these things? We never had anything like this.
because you don't have a built-in prerogative to convert people. Because that's what this is all about. It's
See,
about,
I'm not
like,
sure that
it's-
it is actually about converting people, because if it was, they'd put more effort into it.
I mean,
This is about having their own ecosystem, mainly.
you know what? You've got a point.
I love this. I want to do this.
They're like, it's like the equivalent of the pop culture equivalent of those weird creatures in caves that have been isolated from everything else.
Yeah.
Can we road trip to this thing?
I mean, it doesn't exist anymore. It's out of business.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just sitting there abandoned. I don't know if anyone else has bought the property.
Oh, this is amazing.
If you looked around, you could probably find photos of, like, urban explorers sneaking into it and showing what it looks like after sitting. Oh, there's another one that I know there were urban explorers that took photos of. There was a theme park not far from Disney World that was owned by China, and it was a Chinese-themed park called Splendid China that was supposed to be just like a selection of theme park versions of like, hey, look at all this awesome China stuff.
Oh my god.
They had like miniature recreations of the terracotta soldiers and like a mini Great Wall and all kinds of stuff. It was mostly, I think it was mostly miniatures, if I'm being honest. But I know people after that went out of business snuck in and took tons of pictures after it had been lying there empty for a while.
Yeah, are you kidding? I'd probably yoink stuff out of there if I was sneaking in there.
Looking at you trying to chisel a dragon free from the gates.
Shit, I put that in my living room.
Scene investigation.
Encrypted file. An encrypted file in a suspicious-looking folder that is outside of the main Marshall files. Starlight can crack security on it. Prisoner transfer records. Some records about prisoner transfers that stand out. Akiko removed 2 prisoners that are unaccounted for a day before the murder. Why?
Who just came in?
It's GC. I think we know who the fake guards at the entrance were now.
Oh ho. Oh he. Oh ha.
Starlight got me into the Marshall servers.
Sorry.
If Akiko finds out, I'm not sure how long my head will stay on my shoulders. This file is encrypted and outside of normal folder structure.
Sorry.
It's a photo of a strangled woman.
I have a bad feeling
My
about
job is a
this.
never-ending joy.
Got it.
The metadata says that this came from a folder called Grace Bloodlines Examination. I'll hang on to this.
Sure.
These are prisoner transfer records. As well as the desolation cell, there's a prison within these barracks for non-demon-possessed prisoners. Looks like Akiko removed 2 prisoners 2 days ago. There's no record of them being brought back to the prison.
That's weird.
I wonder why Akiko would have removed prisoners.
I don't know, gotta have something to
So
do.
this plants the first seals breaking firmly on Akiko.
Yeah. It'd be very weird if everybody had a completely innocent reason for breaking each of the seals. But they were all tricked by the actual mastermind into doing it.
I mean, I would not put that out of the realm of possibility for this game. I do know one thing. I don't know if this is exactly a spoiler or not, so I'll let you decide if you want me to say it, Rick.
Mhm.
It's do you want me to say it?
I don't know. What is it?
All right. Okay, fine. I know that it is possible to prosecute, build a case, and convict the wrong person.
That's so weird.
Like, the game will let you do it. Because every single one of these characters has a secret. At least one. And all of them have things to hide, and all of them are sus in different ways. But the game will let you go all the way to execution with the wrong culprit, and it won't stop you.
It's traditional to donate blood. Yes. And what does it give me? New Knight carving. Carving detailing the new knight, a humanoid with 2 dog heads. Warrior clad in gold armor. Carries a spear, sword, and shield. Based on her forces in Romania. Based her forces in Romania.
Oh, Miller sent you a thing.
No, I sent you a thing.
No, I sent you a thing! What are we talking about again?
I don't know.
Miller wanted a thing, so I think the thing with the thing sauce.
With the thing sauce, even. My.
Oh, is this the front door?
You alright? Oh.
What were those
I don't know.
beatbox syllables again? It was like
Boots and cats.
boots and cats.
Boots and cats and boots and cats. Yeah, I could
Boots
see
and
that.
cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats.
Then you have to have the occasional.
You just start doing you start doing it, but you stop pronouncing the vowels. It's
Yeah,
just
well,
and
don't forget like the turntable, like.
Secret tunnel to Desolation Cell where Henry is incarcerated. It's coded only to Kiko's blood vial. Okay, that's where that goes.
Cat.
New Knight, the Holy Warrior, slaughterer of the Chain Star
Sure.
system. New Knight is an arrogant goddess that only deems soldiers worthy of her attention. The Syndicate got superstitious after any statues of her outside of martial grounds were destroyed by red lightning on the 5th island. Since then, there's only ever been one statue of her on each island. Henry says he remembers seeing New Knight last night. Did he come past this statue?
Got it.
If he did, it means he came through the barracks. This is the only one on the island. That means Henry took a different route to the council building.
That's weird.
Which route did he actually take?
yes, chat. I see that cat is broken.
Cat is broken.
Yeah, for some reason when they do polymorph cat, it says nope, that doesn't exist, even though it definitely exists.
Oh, that's weird.
Well, what can I tell you?
Mess hall and training hall. Okay.
Sometimes you break a cat, and sometimes a cat breaks you.
I have the
Words of
worst-
wisdom.
Yeah. I have the worst ideas for redeems. Like one where like the hands coming at the statuette and the statuette's like laser beams it, you know.
I mean, to be fair, there are far too few versions of West that have laser eyes.
I don't think any of them are in here.
Dang it, now in my head I'm going boots and cats, boots and cats.
Cats. Boots, let a cat be.
Do it over the Puss in Boots credits. Boots, yes. That's
Resource crystal obtained.
Cat be.
Ha. Huh. Ha.
I see you there, statue. I see you got a little something for me on your head.
We're gonna snatch it.
Resource crystal obtained.
So up to king.
Simon says Wes is the Sphinx from the Neverending Story.
I can see it.
Yeah. What about Wes as the animatronic luck dragon?
According to,
See that too.
I asked Tanya what she thinks, if she can feel it too. She laughed. She doesn't feel it. I looked into Tanya's past. She seems normal. Seems.
What is normal exactly in the context of this society?
Eh.
Normal is whatever the Syndicate says it is.
You know what? That seems extremely accurate.
Mysteries are revealed.
Next time
Yeah,
on
and I already cleared out this. Wait, there's one up there. How am I supposed to get up there?
I get a kick at some of the addresses that I see at the bottom of the screen when you're moving around this game.
Island sequence 9 memento. 9th island sequence. The oceans boil as an army of demons descend on us. Natasha Silence dies in the defense of the Golden Church. Only one thing down here. And it's just blood crystal.
Blood crystal obtained.
Oh, is there something up there that I missed while I was traversing the top of that? Let's see.
Hey, Jonas.
Hmm?
Did I tell you I made red beans and rice from scratch for the first time today?
Did ya?
I did.
Did ya?
I did.
How was it?
Wait, this is only your first time?
Listen, you gotta remember, Miller, I'm actually fairly new to cooking.
Stoker's got the.
I was gonna say, I've made gumbo from scratch. That's a couple steps up.
I'm
Shinji up
new
there.
to
I haven't even
cooking
talked
in
to him.
general. I used to be very intimidated by cooking. That has changed in recent years.
It's nice. You should really go out and cook more for yourself.
Thank you, Shinji.
Do these days feel short to you?
When the island ends, the flow of time gets weird. Technically, we're still on the last day of the island, so the crime still happened last night. Oh, so they'll even explain that.
Ah, now I get it.
Get what?
Why you people are so messed up.
That's fair.
Valid. Based.
Go to.
Based on
Hey.
what?
Based on what? You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice?
And a turkey one day? Why not?
You people are messed up.
But yeah, it turned out pretty good. Not perfect. I definitely learned a few things that I'll be applying the next time I make it.
Respawning.
And there will be a next time.
Just go with the Julia Child approach. Lots of butter. Just
I mean, I
like-
did put a pretty good amount of butter in it.
To get your first Michelin star requires blood, sweat, and tears, and being innovative and creating the best team that you can in your kitchen and making them the highest quality chefs everywhere around you. To get your second Michelin star, you use more butter.
Yep. Butter and shallots.
That was, I don't remember who that quote is from, but I absolutely love it. It's also just a good reminder of just like, hey, awards and critics and all this kind of stuff. They're not experts in your field, turns out, usually.
It's true.
Hey Stoker, you should make risotto sometime.
Maybe I will.
Ooh, yes.
One of the next things I really want to make is chicken paprikash.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna
I don't think
if you're
I'd
gonna
go
do
that
that
way.
though, don't go with like store-bought paprika. You know, go to like.
Listen, no, what I got, Jonas, is actual Hungarian sweet paprika.
Okay, good. There you go. There you go.
I got it from our local. There's this place that we have here. It exists in a few other places. I'm sure it's called Cost Plus World Market.
Yeah, we got that. Well, I don't know if
They
they have it in
have,
Washington, but they had it in California.
Yeah, they have. They import stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if anybody local is gonna have this stuff, it's gonna be them. And I went and checked, and sure enough, they did. So that's what I got.
Nice. Problem is, like, you do it once, and then you have this like enormous, tin of like nice smoked paprika. And
I
then
think
you're
you
like,
underestimate how much paprika I'm gonna be putting in this.
"Hey, that's fair. That's fair.
I really need to find
More.
Hungarian paprika at some point.
So good.
Always be using more.
I like to put on my eggs.
It's like how when you read most recipes and they're like, use this much garlic, you should probably usually always double that.
Huh?
Maybe triple it.
Huh?
Yeah, people are like, Stoker, you eat garlic? But I thought, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'm immune.
Ah.
Like Blood Rain, got this special damn pure power or whatever the fuck that was. I don't know.
Wow.
You mean like Wesley Snipes?
That's right, I'm a daywalker.
Uh-oh. Where's your sword?
That's a very personal question.
Okay.
Stoker, you should come. You should come visit sometime, and we'll go to the farmers market and cook something up together.
That would be lovely. The rough thing about cons is like there's so much to do, but there's like no time to do it. You know, like I mean we got around a little bit. We got to see a couple things, but like. I mean, granted, I don't actually know what else there is to do in Dallas, but you know what I'm
there's a
saying?
lot.
There's a lot.
There's
Yeah.
so much to do. My family and I used to sometimes take little weekend trips out to Dallas. I mean, they were mostly into like going to malls and shit, but we did other stuff too. We went to the zoos in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. There were some other. There's this little It's admittedly it's kind of crappy, but I liked it when I was a kid. There was this wax museum that shared the same building as a Ripley's Believe It or Not auditorium, as they call them. I used to love going to that when I was a kid.
There's also this little thing called the Texas State Fair. You know. Yeah, just
When
a little
does
thing.
that happen?
Now-ish?
Oh, it's going on now?
Probably. It usually starts like early summer and goes until like the end of September.
Nice.
Dang, that's a long ass state fair.
I mean, it's like an
Does
entire.
that even count as a fair at that point?
Yeah. That's just
No,
sort of
it
an
is
installation.
more of a theme park.
Okay.
Like it's got rides and arcades and a whole bunch of different pavilions and.
Bees.
Oh wait, no, hold on. Am I getting this wrong? Oh, no, never mind. It's September 29th to October 22nd. Oh, so it's only for a month. I thought it was over summer. Huh.
Crimson Acid Phone Charm. Mostly collected by men, but she has quite a few female fans.
Oh, I bet she does.
But yeah, I'm absolutely down for the farmer's market and cooking shit.
The last time I was at a state fair, it was the Louisiana State Fair, and the only thing I really vividly remember was going into the sideshow where they were like, see the giant rat, and like, see the Fiji mermaid, etc., etc. And I went to see, because I was like, okay, what's the giant rat gonna be? And I went to see the giant rat in its pen. It was a fucking capybara.
I love capybaras. They're so
I mean, they're
adorable.
great. They're some of the greatest creatures that have ever lived.
A, yes, it is technically a giant rat. B, I would love to just see a capybara. I wouldn't necessarily be upset by that.
I wasn't
I'd be upset
upset.
they lied to
I was
me, but-
amused. I was amused.
Blood crystal obtained.
Tiger Slugger first says, but it's not their year-round, right? They take it down. No. It's called Fair Park for a reason. It's
Well,
like I
yeah,
said.
but I
it's-
mean, Fair Park and Fair Grounds exist in lots of places, but they use them for more than just the fair.
yeah.
Right.
Like I remember last year or the year before, in June, I went to a drag show during Pride Month because I just wanted to see what that was like and broaden my horizons. And you know what? I'm good. I don't need to go to another one.
They're
pretty
not
high
for
energy.
everyone. They're not for everyone.
Last county fair I went to was, I believe, Orange County Fair in around, it was about 2000 or so.
Malicious secretive cassette obtained. The syndicate monitor all phone calls so citizens record messages for each other on cassette tapes.
Delicious.
Man, I can't... Literally everything you find sounds like it could be the name of a character in this game. I just...
Malicious cassette.
Yes.
Blood crystal obtained.
Am I wrong?
No.
Actually, you know, Malicious Cassette should be Jarvis from Super Lesbian Animal RPG.
Oh God, that's right. What?
No, not Jarvis, Javis. Javis.
Jarvis.
Excuse you. He does not like being called Jarvis. That is not his name.
Well, whatever, he's not here. Or is he?
Hey, Shinji
Yeah,
Shiny.
Boy.
What the?
You know what I like?
Long walks on the beach.
Something on the beach, if you know what I'm saying. I was gonna say knives. I like knives. I like knife crime. You can stab an excellent flash. You put a knife in the right hand and you can change the world.
What about the left hand?
You can put it in the left hand, you can put it in the right hand, you can put it in the wrong hand and make all the difference.
Those is a very cross-ability laugh.
You know, the right man in the wrong place makes all the difference. No, does anyone remember that quote from Half-Life?
Nope. Nobody remembers it.
The right man in the wrong place can make all of the difference. Mr. Freeman, it's so good to be working with you again.
You've got a little bit of a Christopher Walken vibe going in that. God, Jonas, you never saw Dave the Barbarian, did you? Jonas?
He's muted.
Oh God damn it. No, I didn't.
I was just thinking there was a
This is the other
unicorn in
photograph.
that
Glad to be
show
back.
that was a recurring character. Like, his name was like Mr. Snuggles or something like that. But the joke was they had left him alone too long in the stables, and like he was only talking about darkness and the voices, and he sounded exactly like Christopher Walken.
Nice.
He's like, you start to go crazy in the darkness. And they're all like, oh, we need to start bringing you out more.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch? Oh, sorry.
The water in paradise is good. I feel like I've got a little pep in my step
That's
now.
strange.
Feels like if I was in the air, I could just dash around. Air dash unlocked. Please tap the sprint button while in the air to perform an air dash. These islands are weird.
What's with all these movement abilities in this?
Ah, now it's Dishonored.
What if it just abruptly turns into a Metroidvania in the last 10% of the game?
I'm wondering if it's either gonna be a Metroidvania or if it's gonna be a FPS movement game,
This reminds
like
me. I mean,
Brink or Titanfall 2 or Ultra Kill or anything like that.
Like Brink, Brank, or Brunk.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta get back in Metroid Dread again. I missed that.
I've said it before, but so much of the architecture and look of everything reminds me of like the west side of Los Angeles in the '90s. Oh my god, everything just being sort of like, just yeah.
There's a good
Yeah.
chance it might be inspired by that.
Like all this space and like stonework and the vaporwave colors, the
Yeah.
statues of unknown gods, the giggling demons
Hi,
perched on
Shinji.
rooftops. Speak of the devil.
It stretches further than you think, loved eyes.
I
This
do
has been
not
millennia
want
in
to
the
know.
making.
I do
This
not
could
want
bring
to
the whole
know.
syndicate down.
Shinji, I don't want to hear you say it stretches further
The
than you
investigator
think.
is here.
Shinji, did you kill the council?
You have your mind, loved eyes. I'm a crippled demon that can barely maintain a physical form. I'm barely in this world of existence. There's no way I could go crazy with a knife and kill the whole council. Besides, why would I kill the council? You know, besides the fact that I just said I really like knives and killing
Spite?
people with
You
them.
seem the type.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for spite. You syndicate aren't as big a deal as you think you are. Just because you got your Nova mission doesn't mean you're shit. There are a lot of planets out there. Don't give me the shit about killing them. I ain't one of your suspects. It's impossible.
And then he explodes.
As it happens.
Floriziano says, I would think that maybe a demon who has trouble to maintain a physical form would pick a less complicated physical form.
I mean, this could
Maybe
just-
that's why his head's a geometric shape.
Yeah, I mean, do we really know that he chose this form, or is this just the form that he is able to take?
Hey, Rick,
You
does
know?
your air dash go laterally or where you're looking?
Let's see.
Looks like where he's looking, actually.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
No.
Aw.
And can you dash, or can you jump, dash, and then double jump?
Yep.
Okay, so you got some movement tech in here.
Movement tech. Move tech.
It looks like the blur has a bit of chromatic aberration in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see that too.
God.
Which one?
Yeah. Probably Shinji.
He's
Shinji's
not a
good.
god, he's a demon.
Oh, okay.
Crystal attained.
God damn it. I mean, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there are a certain number of semantics.
I don't know how they divide them up in this lore, but they have some system going on.
Kind of amused that it's a 3D game, but the demons are like flat cutouts.
Well, it's not just them; it's all the characters are flat cutouts.
Right.
Like it
Just-
was,
yeah.
to me, the most amusing area for the characters to be flat cutouts was actually the crime scene when all the dead
Oh
council
yeah, they're all
members were
flat
just-
against the ground. Like that looks a little funky.
Yeah, that was. I don't know if it was intentionally or unintentionally hilarious, but it sure did amuse me.
Everything in this game feels pretty deliberate. So
Yeah, true.
God, right, this is why this person platforming is not great.
Yeah.
yeah.
What are you talking about? It's fine. Everything's fine.
You can't stand on the back of that arm.
Yeah, it might be too steep.
Looks doable.
Duel says, I think you have the item to plug into that statue now.
Oh, that's right. Maybe it'll change something. Ah, it lowers it. That makes that much
No,
easier.
that is doable.
Blood crystal attained.
There's probably some way to get up there through platforming, but yeah.
Can do anything if you put your mind to it. You use your imagination.
Shinji.
Backflips make you jump higher. No, it's good.
Want to tell me anything about your home planet?
Not really.
Sure.
Why not?
Don't like people prying into my
What the hell?
affairs.
Oh, okay.
See ya.
But
Or short.
it's one of the shorter interactions you've ever had. So you don't like anybody prying into your affairs, but you have no qualms about prying into everyone else's.
He is a demon.
Yeah, well, yeah. I suppose it does lose a little bit of the sting for me to point out the hypocrisy of a demon, doesn't it?
Also, he's just waiting for you to catch up to him just to say that.
I don't know if he's waiting around for you or if it's like this is where he's popped into existence this time. And then he says his thing and then he popped out of existence again.
Could be true, because I'm trying to remember who he reminds me of from another game, but it sort of escapes me, but there's a character just like him that disappears, here's because he's has to.
Arcosel says he doesn't like people prying into his affairs, but he's dead ass naked. Look, he doesn't want people prying into his affairs, but he loves making them.
Listen, it's not his fault that he materialized with no pants. I mean, it's a bonus, but it's not his fault.
I wonder if there's anything else to discover other than just more blood crystals. Since I have so many, I should talk to Crimson Acid.
Buy some secrets.
There's so many secrets to buy.
So little time.
And look, you're already right here.
Yep.
How convenient. I believe Jonas was Crimson Acid, right?
Oh, that's right.
Let's hang out. Got time for a chat, Crimson. What are you planning to do with your amassed wealth? Trade is good if you're carrying a lot of blood
I
crystals.
have my ways.
A quiet life. That's why I'm down here away from the tower. Not the greatest fan of people. Having a big chunk of change allows you to live your life in peace.
You're still an idol. You still have your job to do.
Thank you.
We all have our crosses to bear.
Thank you.
Have you tried that new beer I'm on the can of? It's good.
I bought a can. Last one on the island.
There's a competition to win a date with me with a winning ring pull.
Anyone win?
I'll let you into a little secret. There are no winning ring pulls.
Don't be coy.
I know certain things about the Dead Nebula Company. I told the CEO that I know these things and she made the winning ring pull disappear. I'm not a prize to be passed around.
Sorry.
I dread to think what your file on me looks like.
I know all sorts, but there's always more to learn.
Maybe you can learn more about me one learn more about me one day.
Don't be a tease. Be seeing you, lady.
Yes, tease. Yes, flirt. Yes, tease. Yes, flirt.
Business
I ship it.
is business.
Buy a Starlight skin. Sure, why not?
Starlight skin obtained.
And you have them for characters. Okay. So, you have like 10 million things to talk to her about.
Wow.
Yeah, especially since she's suspect number 1 on KHX's disappearance. We found your face fur at the scene of the crime.
Let's ask him about some motives. Why would Carmelina want to kill the
Good
council?
work.
You know this costs, right?
Good
Yeah.
work.
A pleasure doing business. Carly isn't allowed on the council. The Silence family were barred from ever being on the council. You remember her father's crime, right? Romeo's fall from grace?
The investigator is here.
He was deceived by cosmic deceit. In retrospect, I think we should have seen it coming.
Bingo! A cosmic deceit. Cosmic deceit deceived him with promises of power. Standard stuff. Cosmic deceit wanted Romeo to sacrifice crying grudge in a ritual. That would give Cosmic deceit enough power to resurrect.
Doesn't add up.
Resurrecting the gods is our mission, but not at the expense of deception and sacrificing other gods. Romeo was stopped before he could go through with it. His punishment was execution, and the rest of his family being barred from a council seat for eternity.
That's weird.
The ruling still stands. Carmelina is on the throne right now.
Judge thinks they made the right call. It's a temporary situation. She's the highest rank outside of the council, and we're about to move to a new perfect island that Carmelina designed. This transition to our eternal home needs to go right, and she's best placed to get us through it.
Has Carmelina protested the ruling in the past?
She submitted motions to have the ruling overturned and to get on the council. All have been denied, though.
Can I see those motions?
Of course. I pulled them from the Moon database.
She's like, oh, I thought you'd never ask to see my motions.
I'll give you a little extra for free. I don't know if this helps with anything, though.
Hit me.
About 25 years ago, Carmelina went into isolation for a year. No one saw her.
Any idea why?
Secrets breed mysteries.
She said it was for work. She had a new project and didn't want to be disturbed. Nothing ever came of it, though. We were never shown the fruits of her labor.
Got it.
Why do you think this matters?
You know when you get a bad feeling and it festers? Maybe I just needed to say it out loud. Maybe it means something.
I'll see what I find. Why does Doom Jazz have a photo of Akiko?
Gotta pay lady.
Good.
He was in a relationship. He still loves her. It didn't work out. She can't relate to people who aren't soldiers, and he can't keep his dick in his pants.
A strange choice for him.
Don't be coy.
Akiko is an amazing soldier. She's intoxicating to watch at work.
Why would Doom Jazz kill the council?
Business is booming.
Got the cash to pay for got the cash to pay for a secret. This is a big one. The syndicate's origins aren't what they seem.
3? Yeah,
Thank
sure, why
you.
not? I'm rich.
He knows the original secret. Before the first island, during the Great Betrayal, Montserrat made a mistake that got Doom Jazz's father killed. This was before you joined up with the Syndicate. He was our original military general, a legendary soldier. I'd always heard rumors about him before I joined the Syndicate. There weren't that many humans the gods feared, but he was one of them. When the Syndicate fled to the first island, Montserrat made a stupid call to investigate a tomb that was supposed to contain a heavenly weapon.
I have my ways.
He was wrong. There was nothing there. Doom Jazz's father attempted to hold off the pursuing armies during Montserrat's folly. It was too much. Our pursuers broke through and killed half the Syndicate before we got away.
Me.
The incident was struck from history, but some of the existing council members know about it. Aiz Kiwami likes to talk when he's had a drink, and Doom Jazz was his closest friend. He let the secret slip.
Nanny the hell?
Was.
Thank you.
Aiz Kiwami had some skeletons in his closet. He got found out. The next island was going to be a bad time for him. He took his own life a few years ago.
It's rare for Syndicate members to take their own life. Unheard of for council members.
A secret for another time.
Business is business.
Montserrat was planning on doing a similar operation that got Doomjazz's father killed. A suicide mission for Akiko. Doomjazz found out.
So he'd kill the council to protect her?
Wouldn't you kill a bureaucrat to save the person you love?
What do you know about Lydia and Sam?
Nice doing business with you.
I know that it will cost you.
Good work.
I know about their last job.
What last job?
Don't be coy.
Back in the day, Lydia told you that after she met Sam, they left the world of assassination for good, right? It isn't that easy. Once you're in that world, you are bound to it until you fulfill all of your duties. An assassin is the most effective tool in the world. All tools have owners. In order to leave their old life behind, Lydia's former master had her do one last job.
Weird.
She had to destabilize a government in Europe. Several dead officials allowed for a regime change.
That's weird.
Why didn't she tell me this? We've been friends for millennia.
She's ashamed. They vowed to end the killing. Sam helped her do the job. They were in it together. It's not as romantic as the story they told everyone, is it? Always be suspicious of romantic stories, lady. Life doesn't work out like that.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Is this what the council murder is? A regime change?
Who could say? Was it revenge? A crime of passion? A regime change? You've got some investigating to do.
Do you know why Witness would want to kill the council?
Thank you.
Let's see your crystal.
Thank you.
I know Witness was growing to despise Montserrat. Montserrat was tightening his grip on us all. Montserrat was giving in to paranoia, worrying about his precious perfect island.
Secrets breed mysteries.
History was repeating. The island was shrouded in fear. We had all grown complacent and happy in our freedoms. Montserrat had always been building towards a perfect island and a perfect syndicate. As you know, the syndicate was formed with the goal of resurrecting our gods. 24 islands in, and we weren't doing a good job.
I have my ways.
Almost all of the pyramids out in the ocean sit empty. Montserrat didn't care, though. He decided that was step 2.
Step 1 was a syndicate?
Our efforts have always been divided between resurrecting the gods and improving the islands. If Montserrat could make the syndicate perfect, we could give our full attention to the gods.
Why wouldn't Witness want to go along with that?
You have been gone a while. Montserrat changed. So did Witness. Witness didn't trust Montserrat at all.
Sure.
Has Witness been deceived by a god?
Not that I'm aware of. I've never had that suspicion. I think this is just some self-radicalization. He slipped further and further into worship and fear of the astral masters. You don't need to be deceived into being a servant when you've got a healthy dose of the end times fear in you.
That's weird.
So Witness murders the council to put the fear of gods into them and refocus the syndicate on our holy mission?
I'm not saying that's what happened, but if you want to pin a motive on Witness, it's what I'd go with. Witness believes we're heading toward the end times.
That's strange.
How can we have end times if our gods are dead or dormant?
Only a handful of gods came to Earth. The rest of them are out there.
The gods are self-serving morons. They've never looked out for their own kind.
Take it up with Witness. I have no time for religious debates.
Did you see Witness last night?
I heard Carmelita went to visit him last night. You should speak to her.
I found a tuft of your hair in KHX's workshop.
And?
Crime cannot hide.
That puts you at the scene of a disappearance.
Come on, lady. You know that doesn't prove anything.
I don't really have anything. Can you tell me anything about the Marshal Station at the First Seal?
Already told you, one of the guards was Vath, Akiko's lover. Akiko must be pretty upset.
You haven't heard anything strange about the Marshals on the night?
Things take a little while to flow downstream. Need to wait for loose lips.
Do you know anything about the third holy seal?
Nice doing business with you.
I know that it will cost you. Nice doing business with you. It's a bloodlock.
What the hell?
How do you know that?
Don't be coy.
I have my ways. Someone let it slip.
Sure.
Who?
Eyes Kiwami.
What made him tell you?
That will always be my secret.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
Who else knows?
It was
Who can say? May the gods carry him through the cosmos, but he was easy to manipulate. He had a weakness for women and easily gave in to cosmic fear. Who knows who talks to who on this island? Who knows what secret meetings happen in quiet rooms? Who knows what gets said when someone has the fear of the gods put into them?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Well, that narrows it down. Do you know anything about how the council enters the penthouse?
If I knew the secrets of the seals, we wouldn't be doing this dance.
I don't mean the seals. I mean, how do they go in? How do they go in and out frequently? Are they in there every day?
The penthouse is reserved for special business. It takes a lot to get the council in there.
Big building to be hardly ever used.
Thank you.
Montserrat loves his concrete. He wanted something large and imposing, something that reached to the heavens without the audacity of Babylon.
Why not build it on the mountain if he wants it to reach the heavens?
The mountain is reserved for the holy grounds. The temple is carved into it. You don't argue with the high priestess. Anyway, Montserrat decided that the council would only enter the penthouse together. His paranoia was growing unabated. Did you know he always carried a gun? The old Montserrat never used to do that.
So it would be weird if I have evidence of a council member entering by themselves 2 days before the murder.
We're in a dark time.
If a council member did, they'd be going directly against our leader. Risky move. Hi, GC. None of us are privy to everything that happens with the council, so I can't say for sure. I haven't heard anything about council members disobeying him, though. If that's the evidence you've got, something is definitely suspicious.
Got any product that relates to Henry's father?
Digging in the past, lady? Is there truth in the mists of time?
An investigator investigates. The third holy seal is a bloodlock that requires council blood. I need to know where Henry got that blood from.
Henry's father's an odd one, isn't it? The Syndicate control this island. The citizens monitored like cattle. This slipped through, though.
Who knows?
I've been trying to find out the answer myself. I don't like unknowns.
Business is business.
I haven't got much, but I do have something to sell.
Good work.
Nice doing business with you. Oh, sorry. I've got records of some private financial transactions between Rena Division and Eyes Kiwami.
Got it.
What kind of transactions?
Eyes was giving her money. Henry was born 27 years ago, right? These transactions date back to 27 years and 5 months ago.
And?
I thought you were an investigator. Why would a powerful council member be giving personal money in secretive transactions to a female citizen 5 months before her only child was born?
That's weird.
Oh.
Gaspola.
Crimson, you got the inside track on demons on the island?
You mean Shinji?
Sure.
Let's start with Shinji.
He's a little arsehole, but he's harmless.
That's strange.
You've met him? Why hasn't he been captured?
He's weak. He has to choose when and where to physically manifest himself, so he avoided capture.
You've now reported him?
He's helped me with a few things. He's seen things I haven't. The island's going to end. He's too weak to do anything, so what's the harm?
Could he have killed the council?
No way. He has limits. He can barely hold physical objects. His weakened astral body conflicts with our reality.
What about other demons?
Doesn't add up.
On the island, I assume the marshals got them all after the Henry incident.
So you're not aware of any other demons on the island that might have gone to the council penthouse last night and redecorated in a nice shade of viscera?
What do you know about secret demonology labs?
You mean the one in the dead zone coded to witnesses in Carmelina's blood vials?
Good work, lady.
I've been in it, but I don't know how it was kept a secret.
I think it was an old panic room Carmelina designed into the island. I've never been in there, but I realized Witness was up to something a while back. He managed to keep it a secret from everyone else, but I have ways of finding things out.
Why did he start down this dark path?
Witness wants to understand why paradise fails. The fail point is demonic corruption. It rots the islands and causes the end of a paradise.
I need to find out more. Did you see the Grand Marshal last night?
I didn't see Kiko last night. You should speak to her.
Did you see the Architect last night?
I heard she was hanging out with Witness last night. You should ask her. Seems odd.
Did you see the Doctor last night?
I know something about his clinic, but won't charge you. Find the back door.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Henry's movements last night?
Don't be coy.
I got nothing more than what Akiko says.
Did you see Lydia and Sam last night?
Lydia should have been doing her ferrywoman duties. The log at the gate should confirm something about that.
What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago?
Henry's possession worries me. Nothing is surfaced about it. It's either as they say, or someone is keeping it a secret. How did he get the knowledge to communicate with the gods? The library in the HQ is full of forbidden grimoires.
What do you know about the second Holy Seal?
One of the secrets I've never been able to get my hands on.
What do you know about the fourth Holy Seal?
I have my ways.
It's an open secret that requires some kind of godliness to get through.
That's strange.
An open secret?
Word got out a while back.
From who?
Not sure, it just kind of bubbled up. Someone probably got loose-lipped after a drink.
So everyone in the Syndicate would know how to breach it.
Not the specifics, but if anyone says they don't know anything about it, they're lying, trying to cover their asses now that you're here.
Time to uncover some asses.
Good work.
I've said that a few times in my life.
Yeah.
May your journey be endless.
And may you reach the moon.
That's a lie you don't hear every day.
In this game, it is actually something you do here every day.
Yeah, literally every person you say goodbye to responds with, "And may you reach the moon."
No, I mean, time to go find some asses.
Oh. Again, depends on who you are.
I was about to say, you may not GC, but I think Stoker might be a different story. I think the next step here is probably to go poke around the doctor's place.
I guess the Stoker has definitely reached some moons. Good one.
Very well played.
GC, my goodness.
Wasn't GC who said it?
Oh, God damn it.
GC was just reading from the cat. The chat. GC was reading from the cat.
Yes. That's why I said Archie's the first. Or Arcus.
Respawning.
Where did I respawn?
Mm.
All the way in here, huh?
Council building.
These crows don't let anybody bother them.
Oh, blood, look.
Yeah. A bunch of murders here, so.
There you go, chat. There's your cat.
Yes, I'm gonna pet it now.
Kitty.
And Kitty works for some reason.
Yeah, I see what it is. It's the thing I changed in order to make it try to be more specific with the autocorrect made a different bug become a problem, especially with the shorter words.
Mm.
So I would expect most 3-letter words aren't going to work right now.
Ah, interesting.
It's just a dumb thing of trying to compare a word that's all lowercase versus a word that has the first letter.
Idle
uppercase.
Starlight Skin. Look to Crimson Acid. She has been blessed. So can you. Devotion is rewarded. Work hard and pray hard.
GC, you yeeted him and then you said, "Oh no."
If you eat him and then immediately trigger like the nose boop, will it just boop nothing?
We were actually talking about that. I specifically made it so that doesn't happen.
Oh, look at you!
That's why chat was the other day. They were trying to eat the bird, but because of the way yeet is timed out, that way it never overlaps another animation. You can't eat any of these secret forms.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know. I really don't know.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
Looks like something or someone has been dragged through the shed. And this looks like human waste. Couple days old at most.
I was gonna say, it looks like somebody spread some shit through here.
Pico removed 2 prisoners from the barracks prison recently. Were they in this shed?
Ugh. I mean, yeah, I guess if you're pulling someone aside for 2 days with the goal of killing them, you don't need to really give them anything. Food or water or a toilet. Ugh.
It goes.
Thing in that statue's nose. Or it's Nair.
Because I eat Cat Rick too. On the bright side, Cat Rick lands on his feet. Yes,
He doesn't have feet.
I know. But that's the limitations of the Twitch chat. But we all know we got feet.
Or does
That
he?
a blood crystal or a bottle of whiskey?
You didn't have feet. I'm a little worried.
Yes.
If Cat Rick doesn't have
How
feet,
many?
how's he gonna run when I come after him?
Looks like 2 more red
Cat
crisps.
can't. Cats can do it. They just get when you're cat west, you run your hands when you got no feet.
That's fair.
No, it doesn't.
Fine. So be it.
There's a skit where Bugs Bunny walked on his fingers one time just to sneak in somewhere. I don't know where it was.
That does sound vaguely familiar.
Gotta get all the things. Gotta find the things.
Gotta go fast.
I think they're somewhere up here.
That's good.
There is an elevator up right next to you.
Or is there?
Hi.
Yeah, didn't think I'd question it, did you, Miller?
Oh dang!
If that is your real name.
Oh dang! It's a
Now
shocking
I'm
twist.
so unsure about the entire concept of reality. My brain, it's too much. I explode like in the scanners.
Oh no!
I was just about to
Don't
bring
do
up
that.
scanners.
Okay, if you're gonna do that, Miller, put down a few paper towels first, please.
God, you still haven't seen the What We Do in the Shadows movie, have you, Jonas?
No, I haven't.
They're having like a roommate meeting, and I can't remember the characters' names in the movies, but one of them's like, and when you slaughter a victim in the living room, put down some newspapers so we don't ruin the couch. And like, one of them's like, you mean the red couch? And he's like, well, yes, it's red now.
Nice.
Key item obtained.
Hey,
Nice.
hey.
There's only red crests.
Is it missing one?
What?
Let's see. Oh,
like
there's a
one-
circle right there.
Excuse me.
I think that's the only one. Okay. Oh, hard to see on that. Ah,
Key item obtained.
bingo!
Blood crystal obtained.
Collecting crests like in 96.
Yeah, don't you remember that the crest collecting of '96?
Yeah. It was a real
Yeah,
frenzy.
it was poggers.
Yeah, I remember doing that when I was 0.
Yeah. We're all.
Just gotta keep rubbing it in, don't you, Miller? Just gotta keep rubbing the salt in that wound.
Look, man, if I don't rub the salt in the room, how am I gonna tenderize the bat?
Are we gonna cook Stoker?
Man, I
We
always
gotta
knew
cook
this
him
day
out,
would
or else
come.
we're gonna get some weird disease that's gonna poison the whole planet again.
I always knew this day would come.
Go find a live in a tree.
Okay.
Do
How did
you
I possibly
now?
get over there? I don't even know what the distance is. Hey. Oh,
Starlight skin obtained.
Silent Watcher's Starlight Skin obtained. So many tragedies occur in apartment blocks. Tragedies both small and world-changing. The air conditioner units see them all, but never speak.
I mean, in this game, I would believe it if they spoke.
I dash forward, I keep falling in the same direction. Doesn't change my momentum. Oh well.
Telling me physics is weird on this island of the gods.
Hello, Doom Jazz.
God, look at him,
Who was Doom Jazz again?
Miller.
Got a
Doing
sec,
like
Doc?
Scottish.
Hi, Love Dies. How's the investigation going? Got a bad guy yet?
Fabulous.
I think I've got some handcuffs around here if you need them.
How many people have you used them on?
I've got all the time in the world for you.
Only a few special
I
ones.
don't like this.
Still not settled down then?
Not that kind of guy. Too much experience.
It's a small island, not that much to experience.
Every person's unique. Every island has a lot of new people.
Relationships with citizens are forbidden.
Wonderful!
Do you want me to get the handcuffs? Want to take me in?
You replace your arms.
Nice topic change. An updated model by MHI. They have improved haptics in the fingers.
Strictly for medical purposes, I'm sure.
Want to test them?
Sorry.
I'm supposed to investigating a mass murder.
It's been wonderful to see you again.
Everyone's supposed to do a lot of things.
Let's see what happens later. Goodbye, Doc.
Want to play doctors and nurses?
I'm enraptured by your love, Dies. Besotted, enthralled.
Got it.
Where's this going?
I understand the key to your heart is information. You desire the unknown. You desire to know about people.
I had nothing to do with this.
Maybe there's something I can help you with.
Do you have something you want to tell the investigator?
What?
Akiko's in trouble. She's been mixing business with pleasure. The council found out. They're planning on stripping her of authority on the next island.
Is this about her relationship with Captain Both?
Huh?
So you know.
Is this a fact?
And who told you?
I had nothing to do with this.
Ice Kiwami, a while before he died. He gets loose-lipped after a
The
drink.
investigator is here.
And who told Akiko?
My favorite investigator.
I get loose-lipped around a woman in power armor.
I'm glad to be back.
Thank you, Doctor. Would you kill the council for revenge for the death of your father?
This is bad.
You've got some guts coming onto my yacht flinging bullshit like that around.
Just doing my job, Doc.
Investigator.
I'm not a killer. Never have been, never will be. Regardless of what happened to my father.
Even if it put Akiko in harm's way?
The island is about to end.
You're jumping to some pretty big conclusions and exhausted my goodwill. My personal life and feelings are none of your business.
The island is about to end.
I didn't kill the council, and there's nothing in this world that would make me a killer.
What?
I was a battlefield medic, but I didn't carry a weapon. I've seen the nightmare of death, and I do not intend to inflict on anyone else, no matter what.
I'm a professional.
This conversation is over.
What's with the photo of Akiko in your boat?
I'm a professional.
None of your business, investigator.
But
Investigator.
I said none of your business. Leave it.
I'll provoke him later.
I like how he's still making that pose when he's pissed off.
I found a door.
What?
Don't
Door?
test me.
The back door to your clinic.
Sure.
The connection to the Nightmare console that logs who enters and exits the Syndicate HQ has been broken.
Ha!
Is it really? I had no idea.
Sure.
Sure you didn't. That door
What?
to the back of your clinic.
What about it?
Why?
Why is it broken? You know I need to investigate this.
Lady Love dies.
Lady Love dies. You of all people should know why I can't have that door logging who goes in and out.
Mm.
So you admit you tampered with it?
I didn't tamper with it. I gave the D2 caster machine in my clinic a little too much juice, and it tripped fuses all over. When it rebooted, that system failed.
And you chose not to get it fixed.
You've got this wrong.
Sure, but because I entertained guests. Not because I wanted to murder the
Got
council.
it.
I'll make a note. Did you examine the dead guards at the First Holy Seal?
Nope. Kiko wouldn't let
What
me.
the hell?
Why?
That's not nice.
She said that's military jurisdiction. She didn't want the corpses of her soldiers disrespected with a post-mortem.
Nanny, the hell?
Even though there could be evidence.
I'm worried.
In her mind, she's already got the case solved. Henry's behind bars, and he clearly did it.
Got it.
Do you believe that?
What?
I'm not much into beliefs, Love Dies. I'm waiting to see what truth you find.
Is there a database of DNA or blood samples for everyone on the island?
How?
You want to run some blood? Wish I could help. Just after the crisis meeting last night, parts of the central servers started corrupting.
That's convenient.
The island is about to end.
Isn't it? I became aware of it because the terminal in my lab does an automated backup in the early
I
hours.
see.
I got a report that the backup failed. I took a look at it and part of the medical archive had corrupted.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
What about the backup of the central server on the moon?
I'm a professional.
That went down as well. The corruption spread. Not to all the moon database. I can still access most of the files on there.
Where's the server on the island?
In the caverns under the island. Masahiro Heavy Industries maintains it. The only entrance to the cavern is via the Deep Factory, and that's under lockdown.
What the hell?
Why?
The Deep Factory is shut down at the end of the island. Only 4 people can unlock it. Council member Makan Origin ran Masahiro, but her dead body is up in the council penthouse. Same with Pandora too. She ran Dead Nebula in the Deep Factory. Nicolina Rose is second in command of Dead Nebula, but they're on the next island. Lydia took them early on. And Balthazar Tears was Makan's assistant of Masahiro, but he's on the next island as well.
Got it.
I'll go to the 25th island to bring Nicolina and Balthazar back, and they can open up the Deep Factory so I can find out what the hell is going on with that server.
Fabulous.
Not so fast, Love Dies. No one leaves this island. Judge's orders. Besides, you need Lydia to take you to the next island, and she's on your list of suspects,
I
right?
don't like this.
So what do I do about this server?
I see.
2 options. Chalk it up to bad luck and coincidence, or let it fuel a dreadful, all-consuming conspiracy.
I know which one I'm voting for. I'll go for the second one.
Indeed.
Ah, keep on trucking, Love Dies.
Doc, the third holy seal is a blood lock coded to the council blood.
Theoretically.
Makes sense.
The investigator is here.
Who's got council blood?
What?
Is this a trick question, Love Dies? Only the council.
What if that wasn't true?
That's unusual.
Are you asking if someone secretly has council blood? That's a stretch, Love Dies.
What about you? Do you keep samples of council blood?
I do for medical reasons. They're locked down, though.
Could someone have taken one?
Hypothetically.
They're under high
Got
security.
it.
Anything suspicious recently?
No,
Anyone been in your clinic who shouldn't be in there recently?
Investigator.
no. Although I did catch Sam in there. He's just picking up his prescription, though.
Sure.
Can you check that the council blood samples are all accounted for?
Let me just pull up the inventory on my phone. Sorry, the app has taken ages
I'm
to load.
worried.
Huh. That's odd. There's one missing, but the security alarm didn't go off.
Whose sample is missing?
Kafka Memories.
Ah.
There's an anomaly with Kafka's login to the blood lock.
Why?
This is bad, Love Dies.
Test.
You don't need to
me.
tell me. This puts you and or Sam at the scene.
You've got this wrong.
I had nothing to do with this.
A blood sample from your clinic was found on the seal. You found Sam snooping in your clinic. Maybe he took the sample and used it.
You've got this wrong.
Well, it sure as hell wasn't me.
Dr. Doom.
Why don't we know who Henry's father is?
Hypothetically.
You mean why wasn't that tracked like every other birth?
Yes, you're the doctor after all.
When she gave birth, she said she didn't know who the father was.
What about DNA?
The test came up
I
blank.
don't like this.
Isn't that concerning?
Very. Not a lot I can do, though.
Why would a DNA test come up blank?
We miss somebody and don't have them recorded? I don't think this is important, Love Dies. I'm not sure how this relates to the council
Sure.
murder.
What if someone deliberately kept the birth a secret?
Why would they do that?
Someone having an affair they shouldn't be?
It's a possibility, but they need some high-level clearance for that.
Or access to you?
Investigator.
That's quite the accusation, investigator.
Did Did you see the Grand Marshal last night?
Theoretically.
So Akiko after the murder when I examined Henry. Can't help you with anything before that love dies. Have you spoken to Akiko?
Bunch of alibi. What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago?
I don't know what to tell you, love dies. He's clearly possessed and I wasn't as arrested 10 years ago.
How?
If you think there's something suspicious, try the crime scene. His apartment's in the dead zone.
What do you know about the second Holy Seal?
Not a thing, love dies. Council business.
What do you know about the fourth Holy Seal?
Not a thing, love dies. Council secrets and all that.
Uh-huh. Know anything about demons on the island?
Huh?
What are you talking about, love dies? The marshals killed them all, didn't they?
Did you see Witness to the End last night?
I don't know what he was doing, but he's normally in his apartment on the last night of an island. Go ask him.
Did you see Lydia and Sam last night?
I was in my clinic all night and I didn't see them. Lydia should have been in contact with Yuri, though.
Is there anything else you could tell me about Henry's movements last night?
You have spoken to Akiko, right? She'll tell you what he did.
Did you see the architect last night?
Favorite investigator.
She said at the crisis meeting that she was at Witness's apartment. Witness can probably tell you more.
May the cosmos be a mystery.
And may you reach the moon.
That's
I'm
what
trying to hold that accent. It's not easy.
That was an impressive amount of Scottish.
I don't think it's supposed to be Scottish. Or at least it's very slightly Scottish, but back on the...
It sounded
Canadian
like
trial.
Scottish Australian to me.
Scots-Australian, yeah.
See?
You know,
Rick gets it.
Commonwealth-ish.
Commonwealth-ish. Oh no, man. I don't know if wealth is actually that common.
Enchanted Blue, a scholar of different galactic races and a connoisseur of fine food and wine. She remains imprisoned in the real world in the hidden pyramids deep within the caverns of the Sahara. I know.
So yeah, it's so weird because like every time I make like an O sound in that accent, I have to like roll my tongue like a taco.
You have to roll
then
your
eat
O's
it.
like you have to roll your O's to like a taco to form the Scottish. Yeah.
Ah, yes, the famed Scottish taco.
The
It's
Scott
got like a
Co.
hog. It's got
Got
haggis in
to
it.
Got to go. We'll workshop it. We'll get it back to you in the next marketing meeting. Nope, you gotta just jump up there, my dude. Or maybe take those pillars that are between the two buildings.
Yeah, that's what it looks
Oh.
like.
Those stepping stones.
Rick, it is midnight.
Yeah.
But what if it weren't?
What's that?
Do some.
I mean, it's not midnight to Jonas.
No,
That's
I mean,
true.
It's, well, yeah,
Well,
It's
but
not midnight to GC either.
yeah, that's true. For JC, it's
There you
like 3 a.m. or something.
Crystal
Yeah.
obtained.
Yeah, you're 2 hours behind.
To GC, it's
2 hours
already
ahead.
There's a
September.
ladder over here.
Hey, GC, do
Yes.
you remember the 21st night of September?
No.
Love
Was
was
that-
dancing in the air to remember.
I was gonna be like, was that when Hugo Weaving blew up Parliament?
Yes, the international criminal Hugo Weaving.
You know, because Padme was in love with him, and like he made her shave her head.
Man,
And he was there 3,000 years ago when the strength of men failed.
ooh, Yum's had it.
Blood crystal obtained.
Oh, I hear our
Shinji.
friend.
Yeah.
Our friend to the end.
Here he is.
Sometimes I just feel defeated, you know?
How do you pick yourself back up?
On my planet, there's this musician I like. Creates music that takes me away to another place.
That sounds nice. I have a musician like that as well.
Not Michael Jackson, is it?
Uninterested, loved eyes. This conversation is about me. Whatever. I'm gonna smash some bottles or something. Be gay, do crimes.
Blood crystal obtained.
Yes, there you go.
She.
I missed this.
Blood crystal obtained.
I didn't even investigate his apartment.
Scene investigation.
Bunch of stuff here. Crying Grudge. Statue of the Prophet Crying Grudge. The god endlessly weeps at the visions of the future he cannot unsee. Plants collection. Witness collects and breeds rare plants. Sometimes he gives them as gifts and then hounds you to take proper care of the most fragile plants on the planet. Silent Goat, the Holy Catalyst. Witness to the end's phone. Witness's phone. I can take this to a comms tower and verify its location. Relics from Persia before the Great Betrayal. These are early depictions of gods and demons. Found Witness's phone in his apartment. Witness told me that he received a phone call from Akiko. I can check his story if I plug this into a comms tower. This should let me backtrace Akiko's position when she made the call. I need to find a comms tower. Let's see. I need to find a spot to get the save. I don't even know where it is. Talk to you later, Witness. I need to go parkour.
I'm more of a part cheesy kind of fan.
Oh, you are awfully cheesy.
Okay.
This is one of the computers I was looking for.
Nightmare computer.
These are not the computers you're looking for.
Oh no.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah!
Bonesaw.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
Ooh, the investigator is here.
These are the logs of who entered and exited the building last night. Let's see.
Analyzing.
1734, Witness enters. 2058, Carmelina arrives and Witness buzzes her in. 2358, the God Justice Marshals arrive and secure the building. 18, Witness and Carmelina exit. 0331, Witness returns. These logs are sealed by the Nightmare computer. They can't have been tampered with. Witness and Carmelina have alibis. There we go.
There we go.
Game saved.
And thus, we bring to a conclusion this this stream.
So
Who dies?
long, farewell,
Auf Wiedersehen.
Wiedersehen, goodbye.
Tune in next week. Next week? Next time when Miller says more Scottish things and I don't know. Goat-headed lady. And
Lady
stuff.
Love Dies, don't you want to just come back to my clinic and let me plow you like a doctor should?
Wow.
All you think about
right.
is Scotty's theme from Star Trek, the original series now.
Nice.
Anyway.
All right. Stuff.
Yes. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.